Welcome back to Brave's Toy Review, fellow collectors. I am your host, Brave. Today we're taking a quick look at the DC Multiverse Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Armored Batman. This will be the first figure that I'm looking at in this line. The line consists of Armored Batman, the regular Batman, Superman himself, and then Wonder Woman. I'm assuming this is the first wave. I'm not sure what else we would see in the wave, but thus far it looks pretty decent. One of the best things about this line is that it's returning to what we know as the collect and connect theme. Now, in the past, DC brought us plenty of figures that were just awesome in scale, awesome in size, varying figure by figure. The difference in this line and in this case is that instead of giving us a figure to actually collect and build, this time we're getting the grapple gun that Batman uses in the movie. So it'll be interesting to see how this turns out, what the full scale will be. Let's get this figure out of the box and take a look at it and see where we're at. As far as the packaging goes, it's a totally new design as far as packaging goes from DC, what we've known for the figures in the past. Nothing similar to what we've known with the classic figures. However, it does bring to mind what Marvel and Marvel Legends are doing with their hero line. On the side, you get a product shot of Batman with a full break or a short breakdown of the actual character. And on the back, you'll see product images of other figures in the line, as well as the grapple gun and the parts that are required to build it. I couldn't wait to get this guy out of the packaging to see if it held up to the hype that I've been hearing and reading online, especially from a lot of my collector buddies who've been telling me that this guy is this and he's that. So let's just take a look at him and we'll see if he's this and he's that, or if he's just right? Because nobody wants out of the packaging. Comes with the gun. Comes with a collect and connect piece. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but we'll find out here momentarily. And finally, you have the figure. So he's got a nice little rubber cape on him, and the rubber is pretty cool, not too hard, pretty flexible, so you can get a little bit of bend out of it. His head is on a ball joint, very limited motion on the head, but you still can move it around and look in multiple directions. It looks more articulated than his head looks in the trailers that we've seen for the movie. He has an ab crunch, which is a very pleasant surprise. I'm happy to see DC going back to that, especially in this scale. Then he has articulation at the elbows, and then he has a wrist swivel. You also get the standard universal joint at the hips, as well as one point of articulation at the knee, and then you have the ankle on a hinge and what appears to be a slight rocker. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but I may be wrong. No toe articulation, that's fine. You're not used to getting that. And then you get a swivel in the waist. So he looks pretty good. As far as the sculpt goes, the sculpt's pretty decent, especially considering this is a $20 toy that you would get in a regular retail store and not a collector piece. You also have a swivel in the bicep, which is good when he has to reach behind his back and grab one of his weapons for justice. The paint apps look pretty good on this guy. There's a lot of actual dry brushing. Now, one of the best things to me about figures is that DC is always shine through on their figures as opposed to what Marvel Legends does. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Marvel Legend figures, but with DC, they just always seem to put a little more care, detail, and love into their figures. This particular figure has all of the design that you've known and seen in the movies as far as the trailers go thus far. But since we haven't seen the movie yet, how do we actually know what is in there? Now, his eyes don't glow, but he does have a little bit of white paint on there that brings it out and makes it seem as if it has that glowing feeling. You've got that glowing feeling. Now, he doesn't fly, but he can put his shoulders and arms up to act like he's flying. So that's cool. And you've got detail under his boot, little spiky deals here. One thing I will add to anyone interested in this figure, consider that as far as standing goes, he's not a great stander. More so because of the spikes and this thing here at the bottom of the boot and the lack of an ankle rocker. It really makes it hard for him to stand. So in the end, what are my thoughts about this figure? You know what? For $20, it's not that bad. I think the actual price point should be $15, but we're we've long departed the $15 price point for 6-inch figures. So what can you say? Hey, if I would recommend it, yeah, I would recommend it. Go out and grab it. Grab all the figures in the line. Until next time, until the next review, I am your host, Brave. This has been the Batman, Armored Batman from Dawn of Justice, Batman vs. Superman, DC Multi-Universe. Until next time, I am out of here.